Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria, where we show and tell you what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On today's program, security in Plateau State, the Kogi State House of Assembly crisis, and in the Imo State Civil Service, Labour promises to support the government. We begin in the south part of the country, where several people have sustained injuries after a gas explosion went off at a construction site at the Cross River State office of the Central Bank of Nigeria, the CBN. The explosion went off at the premises of the bank located by Calabar Road at the Millennium Park in Calabar, the state capital. Security operatives immediately cordoned off the area leading to the bank, while officials of the federal and the state fire service went about putting out the fire and rescuing those trapped in the building. Ambulances from the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital UCH and the General Hospital Calabar were brought in to evacuate the injured to the hospital. We're glad for no loss of life in that incident. Now, Operation Safe Haven, that's what it's called, OPSH, the Special Task Force Maintaining Law and Order in Plateau State. Now, that's in the north-central part of the country, which has inaugurated a strike force in Gashishi area of Badikinladi local government area as part of efforts towards maintaining the relative peaceful coexistence amongst people in that axis. The commander of the operation, Major General Tagbo Ude, during an interactive session with concerned parties in the conflict area, says that the establishment of the force is to restore confidence amongst the people and shorten the response time to distress calls from the residents.
These soldiers will stay within Gashishi district of Barkin-Ladi local government area of the state to maintain peace in troubled communities.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
This area will serve as a base for the soldiers who will oversee the security of the communities that have been flashpoints of clashes, especially between the indigenes and Fulani herdsmen. According to the operations commander, who has come to interact with the residents, 60 soldiers will be stationed at the base to assist Sector 7 Command.
The idea of a strike force base is to reduce the incidence or completely wipe away incidents of isolated killings along this road, restore sanity and ensure that villagers come back to their home.
People in this local government can now go about the normal businesses freely.
Representatives of the indigenous Beram and the Fulani are confident that the peace efforts of the task force has yielded positive results which will be maintained.
We are having a lot of killings and even attack by housing. Farmers have been destroyed. But due to the security that have settled them to our place here, they are able to calm all this situation. And we are just working as brothers and sisters now.
The cup that was donated for peace indicates that peace has returned to Gashishi. Whatever has happened in the past is destined by God. Now you can see the Fulanese playing alongside the Birom in a football match and the parents cheering them on. We hope this relationship is sustainable.
The Operation Safe Haven Strike Force is under the command of Lieutenant Bright Okoronko, with 60 other soldiers shouldered with the responsibility of maintaining law and order within that area, as well as responding to distress calls promptly.
Now to a legal issue. The trial of Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki on alleged non-declaration of assets has failed to commence. At the resumed hearing of the suit, counsel to the Senate President, Chief Kanu Agabi, told the tribunal he had a motion challenging the jurisdiction of the tribunal. According to the motion, the Senate President is contending that the Attorney General of the Federation cannot prosecute him. Reacting to that information, counsel to the federal government, Mr. Rotimi Jacobs, told the court that the move was a delay tactic and an attempt to scuttle the trial. According to him, the accused person knows fully well he is the prosecutor, did not serve the application on him, but instead served the Federal Ministry of Justice, clearly indicating that they did not want trial to commence. He told the court to dismiss the issue and go to the business of the day because he was ready for trial with his witnesses and evidence in the tribunal. However, Chief Kanu Agabi again told the tribunal that the tribunal had his application as a matter of law that must be settled before trial can commence. Therefore, having listened to both parties, the chairman of the tribunal adjourned to the 18th of March to hear the motion and also commence with the trial. Kogi State now, where 10 Kogi State legislators have held a sitting at the Assembly Complex in Lokoja, the state capital. This is coming several days after the House of Representatives passed its committee recommendation that Kogi's House of Assembly should not sit until the leadership crisis is resolved.
One after the other, the lawmakers came into the hallowed chamber of the Kogi State House of Assembly. Their scene settled for the day's activities, but this sitting is coming after the House of Representatives' resolution seeking an end to the leadership crisis. The factional speaker, Honorable Ahmed Imam, condemned in strong terms that resolution.
Without exhausting the need for resolution of this internal leadership situation, for the House of Representatives to have gone ahead in passing a resolution to take over the House without first fulfilling the constitutional provision of Section 11, subsection 5, is to say the least regrettable. I must emphasize without equivocation that Section 11, subsection 4 and 5 of the Constitution illustrate how and when the National Assembly can assume the functions of the State Assembly.
Some of the lawmakers supported his stance, describing the House of Representatives' action as unconstitutional.
The House received with dismay the attempt by the National Assembly and other external factors trying to subject Kogi State House of Assembly to public ignominy.
I'm calling on the House of Representatives to respect the sanctity of the institution as an apex law-making body of the nation that should not be cajoled into making hasty, biased, and politically motivated laws or personal selfish interests of its members.
The members resolved that the legal representative of the House should file a contempt of court on the leadership of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Chairman and Secretary of the ad hoc committee.
This assembly is in session. The assembly met and officially transacted its legislative business at both plenary sitting and at the committee meeting. I therefore call on the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to discountenance the concurrence sought by the House of Representatives and direct same to re-examine the prevailing situation disinterestedly and with a view to finding a lasting solution to the situation.
The members also held a valedictory session in honor of the late James Acholi, the Minister of State for Labour and Employment. The House later adjourned sitting until Wednesday, the 16th of March.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, education development in Ogun State. Don't go away.